How's bombing Finch Farm going? Also, hi, how's it going? Oh, look at the memers. Happy Friday, guys. I am causing problems. I'm glad it's fun. I'm so glad. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever done that. I feel like it'd be really fun just to freaking nuke. Not necessarily nuke, but dude, I bet not. Like, hot dang. Why not? Let's cause a mess. Let's have problems. Ooh, before opening my game. Ahaha! I think, yes, I did get it. Sick. Oh, frick. I confused my computer. No nuke. Oh no, nukes. Definitely nukes. Oh, heck yeah. I'm sorry, it's hot. It's crazy hot here. We are in, so fun fact. We are in my state again. Storm warning. So if for some awful reason stream goes to heck in a handbasket, it's because the storm started early. They should be starting at the end of stream. However, 'tis the state of normality. Depends how usually if you fall asleep on a call with someone, either they're friends with you or they like you, and or you fell asleep on a call with them because you liked them. Depends how your relationship ended, I'm going to say. Also, I feel that, Hannah. Dude, frickin'. Just be careful not to off yourself with the Merv. I've done that multiple times. Oh, that's, I don't know. I've never had that. I mean, I've fallen asleep on calls with friends, but I don't know. That's interesting. That tastes like a state fair meal. Did you just off yourself with a Merv? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Anyways, so we're playing the Stanley Parable today. Oh. Well, guess what? You get to do it again. Well, with the Raiders, not yourself. Please, not with yourself. No, I have not played this before. Okay, adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. For you guys, it's barely visible. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, do it again. Current time, motherfricker. I don't know what time it is. Time doesn't matter. Time is an illusion set by the government to steal my chicken tendies. I'm kidding. I don't have chicken tendies. I have soy chicken. I got Impossible meat today. Does the time actually matter? I wonder if the time actually matters in this game. Like, why would you have to set the time? Kind of weird. Yeah. It is 15:12. 7:12. Interesting. Yeah. I usually, well, Skyrim, you have to do a test character. Any mod with Skyrim does not work very well. Okay. We're playing the Stanley Parable. Yes, we are. Grilled salmon rice bowl. Dude, that's sick. I have 2 chicken patties with buffalo ranch that I made myself because freaking buffalo ranch. I also am doing Hungry Girl things, and I have shrimp poppers, the popcorn shrimp, in my oven. Really? Wait, you have these? That's hilarious. Let's get into the game before my timer goes off for my popcorn shrimp. Dude, I love them so much. I don't even know where they came from. I just acquired them.
Named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427.
Oh, which character is it, Josh?
Simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and
literally, I moved one day and suddenly they were just in my box.
This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Shrimp's
And then
done.
one day, something
The shrimp is done.
something that would forever change Stanley.
What was
Something
that?
he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say
She
hi.
gone like magic.
Never
she
in
gone.
all his years
Boss,
at the company.
I'm
had this
right
happened.
here.
This
You
complete
friggin' Brussels
isolation.
sprout.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So how are you guys doing? How's your day? Should I just stay here? I have frozen broccoli. Does that help? I live in an ingredient household, which is why I have chicken patties and no buns. I just bought the chicken patties. I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna acquire something that I'll need them for. Now I'm just eating them. I hate Mondays. Dude, this is such like a depressing thing. Can I like interrupt? Sick. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I'll go grab them real quick. I love offering people food over the internet. Being like, yeah, of course, you can have my broccoli. Yeah, no problem. Not an issue at all. Is he not gonna do anything? It's not an ending? Fine.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Deal.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
I'll have them ready for you.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
Who farted?
co-workers.
What? That computer just turned off on me? What do heck?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Surname Axis. I'm touching everything. I'll keep doing it, narrator. I don't care. How the mighty have fallen. Oh. Dude. Imagine. Freaking. So. I want to go in there. I was serving dinner today, and I legitimately did not. I want to go in there. I tried so hard. I did not want to save any of
When
the
Stanley
food.
came to a
Frick.
set of two open
No,
doors,
I'm dying.
he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, of course I want to admire. I need to up my volume. This dude's quiet, motherfucker. Dude. So it was taco. It literally, screw you, narrator. So it was Taco Friday.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here
we had
in this
no steak
immaculate,
tacos.
beautifully
It was all
constructed
beef.
room.
Beef and
Stanley
chicken.
simply stood here,
I mean,
drinking
beans
it all
and
in.
rice, but it was tacos. I didn't have a single taco.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Yes, narrator. I'll make it worth it. I got food I can eat. I can sit here for a long time, motherfucker.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I like chicken tacos in a specific, very specific way.
Stanley
I only
sat
like
around
mine.
waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
It's like, I refuse to eat chicken tacos anywhere else. Got anything else for me, narrator? I got coffee. I can wait a while. My day was beautiful. It was amazing. I started my day at 6:30 a.m.
Hey, do you want to hear my best impression of the lights in the back rooms?
I went paddleboarding at 6:30 a.m. Well, I got up at 6:30 a.m. to go paddleboarding. I ended up paddleboarding at like 7-ish. We all like... Anyways, I went paddleboarding with a bunch of people who were kayaking, and it was really cool. It was really hot. I ended up going in the lake. Me and my mom were the only paddleboarders. We easily could get in the lake. The kayakers couldn't. And then I washed a boat that was completely drenched in water from a storm we had the other day. It wasn't swimming. We were at a sandbar. I only went up to my waist. I just hopped off on a sandbar and just stood there. It felt so nice. Is the narrator seriously not going to talk to me anymore? That's rude.
But at last, he had enough
it was
of
really
the
nice.
room and took the first open door on his
I'm
left
a really
to get
weak
back to
swimmer,
business.
so like, if I don't have something I can't like prop up on or like stand with, I ain't doing it. Straight.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Anyway, how's your day, Sith? I'm trying to get better. However, it's like I gotta build up the like shoulder muscles. I got like good like arm muscles, but like my shoulders are like really weak, and so is my back.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Did we?
I'm
Are you
not
sure?
your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside.
Hello,
to let her
Hi,
back
John.
into your life.
I love sitting in
She's
water.
been
No matter,
waiting.
I love swimming. I'm just like really bad at it. I love just being in water. Oh heck yeah! Dude, that sounds like a great freaking day. Oh, guess what? Apparently 19 days ago, I just found out last night, 19 days ago, I got a raise. I got told last night.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Yeah, I got a $2.25 raise at the camp. Very suddenly, last night, with a bonus. I'm guessing I got a promotion, but I don't know.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
I was hoping.
They want to commit their life to you. I'm trying
That's
to make
so
a point
rude.
here,
I want a
Stanley.
loving wife.
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry, but you're in my
Frick.
story now.
Dang, I've been abducted.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that
What, am I
demands
being
nothing
insulted?
of him, and every button that he pushes is a
Kill John
reminder of the
Lennon.
inconsequential
Kill John
nature
Lennon.
of his
Kill
existence.
John Lennon. Kill John Lennon.
So,
Kill John Lennon.
the
Kill
bread out of the
John
oven.
Lennon.
Apparently, yeah, I'm going to assume the neighbor is bread.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Frick.
Now he's pushing a button.
You know you want to.
He's eating lunch.
Why
Now
not?
He's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
What the frick is this ending?
But in his mind,
How did I end up
in his
here?
mind, he can go on
Narrator's
fantastic
abusing me.
adventures. From behind his
Bread
desk,
is a baby's
Stanley
name.
dreamed of wild
Oh.
expeditions into
That'd be
the
so sad if you got
unknown.
named Bread.
Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own
I
job.
don't have a TV.
First, he
Where am
imagined
I?
that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the
Yeah.
earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Please press G to spend time with the boys.
So
I'm
he
spending
went
time with the
further.
boys.
He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go
Cleo,
through
dude,
either.
Cleo.
At last,
I love
choice.
Cleo.
It barely
She's
even
saucy.
mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
My sister's middle name was gonna be Pink. And to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow
Dude.
line weaved in many directions.
That phrase,
down
when
another
Cleo
was a
says
game
that
with a
phrase, I
baby.
think it does something
And
to
he called it
everybody.
The
Oh.
Stanley Parable.
Like how she says it. Tell your kids a story. We don't have kids. Who the frick? Where am I? W. Oh. X.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and
Why am
so
I stuck
in
in
his head,
this?
he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this
This
free.
is the game that
Surely there's an
never
answer down some
ends.
new path, mustn't there be?
It goes
Perhaps if he
on
played
and
just
on,
one
my
more time.
friends. Tell your wife you love her. Listen here, sweetie. Okay. You know I spend all day at the office. It's just for you, sweetie. It's just for you. Don't worry. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for the kids. I'll buy you anything and everything you want. I just want you to know I love you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly
Frick!
be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always
just
has.
building my
Nothing
office.
has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer. As long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me.
And that's
He
what
won't
it's there
stop.
for. I'm kidding.
Here, watch this. Stanley, the next
Nothing
time the
stopping
screen
you.
asks you to push a button, Do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Mother fricker. I will fight you all day, every day. Thank you, narrator. Thank you so much.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose.
Congratulations.
I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What ending was that? The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. The frick was that? Okay, I'm gonna put myself right here. I'm gonna go be cursed for a second. I'll be back with some popcorn shrimp because... What the fuck? Give me 1 second. Diet on my chicken. And I have a problem. Popcorn. So, Chair, how was your day? Chair witnessed some things. What the cube is up to? What? This cube or that cube? That cube is living time, having time, you know. What happens if we just don't leave? How long do we have to stay here to get something? What's the fast ending? Because I feel like there should be an ending if I stay here. Close the door. Oh!
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
Dude.
In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited.
Imagine.
Hours
But
passed,
40-pound...
then days.
How big is a 40-pound box fan?
He no longer had the ability
that's just industrial?
to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to.
Jeez,
he will be told
that's insane.
What
That's like
to
a
do.
wall.
Now it's
Not
just
really.
a little bit
I
closer.
have 9 feet high ceilings, but that, geez, that's
Now
like a
it's even
wall.
closer. Here it comes.
The quick ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Dang. They got a little bit taller than me. I hate Mondays.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
4:30
Perhaps he wanted to stop
or
by the employee
4:25
lounge
5 times.
first,
Okay.
just to admire
I will. Deal.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
you're
open
good,
door
dude.
on his left.
Fine, I'll do as you say.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on
and went
track.
down. 4 4:30 or 4:25?
But
Okay.
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even
So
further.
just
off
abuse some
track.
doors.
So
Got
now,
it.
in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Why is it only...
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Why are you only giving me one option?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
No.
Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes.
I just did.
I've got it now. This
However, I have a
story
feeling
is
the narrator
absolutely,
says something.
definitely this way.
Is he gonna kill me? Ah, what the fuck?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back
Boy,
to...
fired?
Who am I?
Anyone else fired?
It's
You're
all
fired
rubbish
too.
now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense,
trying.
we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Oh.
And this time, suppose we
You
don't
can't jump
wander
stairs
so
if we
far
disabled
off
it.
track, hmm?
First
Okay,
achievement.
From the top.
I got it. That's funny.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
4:30. Don't want to talk to me. You're just gonna enable something later. Yeah. This game, what is this game? This is amazing. Like, just like the dumbest things in the world. It's a I want to cause chaos kind of game. Dude. You not want to open? 20 to 50 times total. I'm definitely not counting. I'm just spam clicking. We're gonna see what happens. Nord Viking Raider from Skyrim. So is a bad guy, like big, terrible, no empathy, evil guy, or different path? I say, well, we have time. Like glasses or like glasses? Oh. How fun is that? I buy my glasses online, so I have no idea what that's even like for people. I'm gonna be honest. Spamming door 66 time and hearing execute order 66. Jeez. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, I have to... I should order new glasses at some point, but... Jeez. I buy mine online from Zenny. And I end up paying like $60 for a pair of glasses. They ship and it takes a while, but like... They're Ferrari? Heck yeah! You guys should walk away from those. I feel like I've gone over 50 at this point. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Well, I made it down this hallway. I didn't get into this room yet. Supposedly. Did I? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll do quick test. I'll actually listen to him.
When Stanley... Wait.
Oh,
Sorry,
what the fuck?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
Was this it?
did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Let's go this way. Oh. Fair. Why is it all computer sounds?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
There definitely was.
Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Ah, frick.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Why no let me... Am I still in a sequence? It won't even let me interact with the door. Am I still in something? Oh. What sequence did I trigger? Motherfricker. What the heck? Bro. Oh, yeah, I am.
Yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Ooh. Oh, that'll be fun though.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story.
No story,
Okay,
just
let's
hallway.
head back the other way and retrace our steps.
The door's gonna be gone, isn't it? Oh. What the fuck?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my
Am I
story
Resident
took
Evil
place in an
suddenly?
office building.
What happened?
Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
True.
Well, do you know
That
what?
is so true, Deb.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Yeah, fair.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Fine. I assume we're still in sequence.
No, I'm done. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh, sorry. Thought I had choices still. I really liked that path, but I guess not. Takes away all decisions away from me. Bruh.
You see?
I'm decision fatigued. I'm gonna do what I want.
Is. It's over in this direction.
I'm not gonna think about
Stanley,
it.
To destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
Exactly,
Or to
just
put it
cog
another
and
way,
machine.
Is the story of no destination still a story?
Where is...
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests
really giving me
inside
any
of
sort
your
of
subjective
escapes.
experience of this office, is
do
this
like how-
office in
what
fact
the
the
fuck?
skeleton of my own
Way
relative
to follow.
experiential mental subjective construct?
Be like having a stroke.
Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
It did.
Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
You know what I need? Either... What the fuck? Either I'm crazy or I hear Markiplier is having this.
Cut the music, go back, and look at that fern.
What?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Cool. If you say so. Can I go backwards? What? Did I miss out on a path with this stupid friggin' line?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Ooh. Fun. Hi. We're back.
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Yeah, we've been doing that. This is a really long
Stanley,
frick.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
What is this direction? Isn't this supposed to be an office?
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new
This is
story.
all just
Well, it could be
one
anything.
line?
What do you
This is
want
a
our
really
story
long...
to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no,
I
not
just
you
imagined Fat
again.
Baby running.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. We should be fine.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, hello, Rotunda.
Choice. We get to make
Ow.
a decision. From here, the story is in
This
our
isn't-
control. How
this is not
important
realistic.
We mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I
This
need
is
a
a
minute to
custom
think
made.
here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
I have been.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that
I walked the
somewhere
opposite direction,
the
by the way.
place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in
These
turn
are physically
means
impossible.
that
I just
our
want you to know.
destination corresponds
having cabinets
with
that are perfectly-
counter-inverted reverse doors
perfectly
origin.
curved like
So
that,
starting
it's set in
from
my
the
OCD.
right, let us ask, will taking the right door
Like, that's
lead us
not
to where
probable.
we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
The answer's on the left. True, custom-made cabinets do be. The confusion ending?
Hold up, what's this? Frickin'
Freaking sick.
Confusion ending.
Oh,
You're
just
telling
I've
me
never seen file cabinets
That's
like
what
that.
this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me?
Wanders in blackness,
Why
finds
do I get to
bookstore, gets
decide?
bored and leaves, narrator
Why did
restarts
I
game.
get a
What?
say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want
True,
the game to keep
they're
restarting.
very
I
expensive.
don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
Dude, I can't freaking wait for
whatever it
the
is
day
that
I
made this
design custom
schedule.
cabinets.
How would we even know?
Such a weird sentence to say. Like, I'm gonna come up with the weirdest freaking
Will something happen?
cottagecore amalgamation that
So,
a carpenter will hate.
Okay.
Just for the fun of it.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always
this
saying
is
that
a normal
life
day
is
at work
about
for
the
Stanley, I
journey
guess. He
and
just
not
doesn't
the
usually leave,
destination.
you
so
know.
I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Ooh, sword cabinet would be sick.
All of his co-workers will... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort.
True.
A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's
Yeah.
the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Finally. Holy frick. Went past it like 5 times just to be able to do this.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
Gaming,
Why don't you
guys!
go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Did I actually do that? Four, 1, 7? That's kind of weird. Days like, go find a different door. 417. 417. 417.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
What? $57. 437. Okay. No freaking clue where this is.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Is
entered
it in
the door
here?
on his
I
left.
assume 437 is his path. Is it not? Where's 437?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
No!
wave of disbelief,
It was the wrong
Stanley
path I
decided
had
to go
to choose.
up to his boss's office, hoping he
Motherfucker!
might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing.
I know
here,
about this!
So he turned around.
I know
and got
this
back
room.
on track.
I missed 37 because I went the wrong way. We're doing broom closet then.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting
Broom
in the
closet.
broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At
So I
least
go
if there was
right?
something to interact
Frick.
with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Where do I'm at? Good question.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing
Yeah.
around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
You were a good dude. Lurk away. Have fun with whatever you're doing. I'll be in the broom closet if you need me.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Yeah,
If I'd
nice.
said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Bruh.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe
Yeah, it
when
is.
you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find
Oh.
this concerning.
Getting in the head of a Viking is really hard.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably
Bruh.
only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What the heck are you, narrator? I'm partying in the broom closet.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Oh.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary
Leave my
of this
bums in my
game
mailbox,
is
sick.
not lost on them.
Thanks, dude.
All right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I appreciate it. Okay, let's leave.
Ah, second player. It's good to... You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Wah! No? Okay, cool.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
Nope.
his boss's office.
Stanley sat under the stairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
Red flames of
Maybe,
despair.
he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All
Crazy,
of my
I was crazy
coworkers
once.
blinking
Locked me in a room,
mysteriously
rubber
out of
room,
existence in a
rats
single
making me
moment
crazy.
for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this,
What
he
is
began
logic?
to make other
I
strange
failed that class.
observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This
It's
can't
okay.
be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself,
No, he's
I suppose
insane.
I'll wake up
We're
soon.
crazy.
I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the
Action is wake up, wake up, wake up.
He imagined himself soaring
what the
through
fuck?
space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun,
Wow.
and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
What the fuck?
How was he remaining so lucid?
I'm afraid
And
of the
then
dark.
perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing?
Yeah,
and
it's just a monologue. Some people have them.
Now the voice was describing itself
Not
being
all, but some.
considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
This circle.
And while he thought it all very
Jiminy
odd
crickets.
and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course,
No.
this was not a dream.
Yeah,
could it
we
be?
are all
Was
Stanley.
Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to
We're
take
Stanley, and this is
responsibility
Stanley
for
voice.
himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt,
Now what?
that this
Oh, I
was in
can't
fact a
work backwards.
dream. Did the
Dang
voice
it.
not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a
By
dream.
jumping out a window.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside
Very,
this one.
100% very.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through
Wake up.
with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Do you?
Let
Do
me
you
go back to
actually?
my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
No.
I am normal.
No, you're not. Motherfucker,
Everything
you're talking
will
to
be
yourself and your
fine.
narrator.
I am okay.
No, you're not. Facing a wall. Because I was walking forward this entire time.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
You are
Who
no-
am I?
oops.
Who am I?
You
And
are
it
nobody,
was
Stanley.
black.
The narrator owns everything, Stanley.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment,
You are a very
she
good
thought to
storyteller,
herself
Josh,
how
you
lucky
are.
she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control.
His narrator is so unstable
I
and
know what is
unreliable.
real
It's really
and what
funny
isn't.
to me.
It was comforting
He's
to
just
think
weird.
this. And in a certain
voice is
way,
satisfying,
seeing
though.
this man made her feel better.
To me, at least.
Then she remembered
Yeah.
the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very
like how he
important
explains things,
people
but
whose impressions of her would
100%
affect
could be
her
better.
career, and by extension, the rest of her
I will
life.
give you that.
She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
That's sad. Uh-oh. Is he not gonna talk to me again? I spilled coffee on my keyboard. There, okay. Yo, no, he's fair. It's cruel but fair. What the fuck? What is this?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
7.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
3-7.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What but eager
idea
to
where
get
I'm
back
going.
to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance
I'll play
section,
along.
walked
Deal.
straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Frick. Dang it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided, oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
You guys want to see a rock I found on the road? I found this cute little clear quartz on the road. It was really fun. Little itty bitty guy. Won't focus very well, but yeah, I got this little cute clear quartz. Fine.
Coming to a staircase,
humor you.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This is a nice bathroom, though. Because the boss knows what the boss says. Wait. Because the boss knows what the boss says goes if the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. And I'm the boss. And I chose. How long is this elevator ride? Where are we going? Freaking what if we go up? Does it go somewhere? a narrator humming. I've never heard a narrator humming music. I used to work at this office building, and this is exactly what the elevator music used to sound like. Pretty good elevator music, not gonna lie.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once
That's
again
not
stunned
right.
to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Dang,
But
4.5 years?
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Jeez. That's a long time. Hot dog.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input
dang.
anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Two, 8, 4, 5.
Fine, I'll do it.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the
Fine.
keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Jeez.
He stepped into the newly
Dude,
opened
5 years is a
passageway.
really long time. It's crazy. 5 years ago, we were playing like Fallout or something. Can I go somewhere else? Is there a different path? I'd like to know a different path. Stanley's about to learn something Stanley doesn't want to know, nor is paid enough to know or care about.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest,
Yeah.
as though he felt more
broken
free
his
to
boss's
think for
office.
himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yeah, it was. And I was having like
Stanley
weird
walked
existential
straight ahead through the
conversations
large
about
door
like what
that
goes
read
on in my head
Mind Control Facility.
while building things. Yeah, cadaver, cadverse, cadaver. Yeah. Escape? Yeah.
Although this passageway had the word
It was a fun
escape
time.
written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his...
Now there's an annoying update in Fallout 4 that makes things magically not work anymore.
The door behind him was
Unfortunately.
not shut. Stanley still
But
had every opportunity to
tis a
turn around
grand
and get
time
back on
still.
track.
Not gonna lie, I still equally love streaming as much as I did back
At
then.
this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
Thanks.
and willingly confront
Eriss is a lot more, feels a lot more human than being cadaver, you know? Oh, no. Actually, we'll go for it. We already walked all this way. Yeah. Oh, frick. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the
I wonder
real
how many
story,
game references there
trapped
are in this
forever his
game.
narrow vision of what this world is.
Granted, Eriss is also
Perhaps
like
his death was of no great
5 years
loss,
older than
like
Cadaver will
plucking
ever
the
be, and
eyeballs
also
from the
had a
ground.
lot more life experience.
So he resigned
Friggin'
and willingly accepted
When I was
this
Cadaver,
violent
I
end
had
to
3
his
cats, and I
brief
was just
and
making
shallow life.
really weird videos.
Farewell, Stanley.
And a fish. I had a fish. I still miss biscuits, but I had a fish. That's weird.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
True. I mean,
And yet it would
Did
be
your
just
roll
a
get
few
taken away?
minutes
I thought I
before
left
Stanley
yours.
would restart the game back in his office.
I didn't
as
delete
alive
anybody's
as
rolls,
ever.
at least.
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
But I don't know. What
When
is this?
every path you can walk has been
Aw,
created for you long
that's sad.
in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
What was
Do you
it?
see now?
What was it called
Do
then?
you see that
What
Stanley
was your
was
roll,
already
man?
dead from the moment he hit start?
Is this the entire blueprint? 'Cause I could put it back. 'Cause I left a lot of people's. I didn't. Furthermore, I didn't delete any rolls. Oh. The office. Yeah, I could put that back. I'll make a note to put that back. Do I have a sticky note in here? I need to buy more sticky notes. Work on. Oh, this is my to-do list. Pandu, you get food.
Richard Cheese.
I gotta spell death, right? How about? Okay, you sure? Because I could easily do it. Oh. I make music? Ooh. Dude, honestly though. Office computers. I can't imagine having to deal with insurance stuff. I'm gonna be honest. Oh. Yeah, that's fair. Maintenance room, an early version of the maintenance room. How do you make a JRPG? How do you make the worst game ever? What is the difference between a duck? Narrator emails. How is the game? How is the game going? I hope it's good or better than the first one. From a cool man. Are you a rock? Dude, freaking... I don't want my birthday to come in August, because then I lose my health insurance. And I have to figure out insurance crap. I don't want to do that. The apartment timer? Various version of the choice leading to the apartment ending timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking it up would lead to a different ending. Oh. Ah, frick. I could have just ignored it. Dang it. How do I get out of here? Why am I here? Who am I? I feel like that's giving me way too many answers. The game is now paused. Begin the game again. Resume the game. Options. Return to menu. Oh. Escape menu. Countdown desk. The freedom ending?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
Stanley does
How
not
they
control.
both wish
Stanley
to be
just
free.
does.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No.
No, I can't
Perhaps
see.
not.
It's dark.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone
Is
else's
that an actual
path.
ending though?
Stop now, and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't.
There's no thing that says quit. Oh, quit! Wait, what if I do that? Just hardcore restart. That'd be really funny though if it like
This
said,
is the
if it like immediately started with her as a narrator instead. That would be hilarious. Anyways, let's do the proper.
All of his co-workers would. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the
I gotta do
achievement?
this. I
Click
gotta
the
actually
door
do this
5
correctly.
times.
Figure out
Is
what the
that
frick
all
door
that you
is.
think an achievement is worth?
437. Is it
I
in here?
can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose
I gotta
you
figure
were
out
to
where
click
the
the door
437 is. Yeah.
I would say that's
I
the
got
kind
a
of
really
effort
long, weird narrator part.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort.
Came across
from
a female
cause.
narrator and everything. Told me to
Perhaps
quit
50
to the main
clicks
menu.
will do.
I
Yes,
did.
almost certainly.
And now here we
50
are.
clicks.
I guess we'll see. 430, 417, 437.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something.
My
It has to
finger's
be a
cramping.
true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Oh, 437. Okay. Back at the beginning. Okay, 417.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Then 437.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. Okay. 415. We're getting farther down our hallway. 416, 415.
Now, back to door number 437.
Can I sprint, dude? Narrator, if you're gonna make me walk this far, I want to be able to run. There's so many freaking steps just to click on a
Let's
door.
see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Any specific copy machine?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really
fricker.
feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Who pays this guy?
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
How do I... How do I climb on a desk? Mother fricker. Dude. Hey, broader.
Yes!
There we go.
This
Holy
is
frick.
great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416.
We've almost got it. Now the copy machine. Do that one again.
Your closer copy machine? No. Of course not.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430. Yes! We did
At
it!
the door.
Oh,
5305 times. Mother fricker.
Oh, you
He got
really
so
earned it.
excited he became British.
Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now? What were you thinking?
Bruh. What the fuck? What the frit? Jiminy crickets. I don't even know what I've done so far. How many endings is there in this game?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting
Yeah, let's see what else I
room,
can
and
do over
Stanley
here.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Maybe. Possibly. Possibly.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first
On a
time
soda.
understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Well, let's see what else I can over here. I don't want to go his way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah, certainly incredible. I want to go this way. Fine.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna get out of here, buddy boy.
I realize that investing your
can't
trust
stop
in
me.
someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been
I'll go
about
that way.
nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What?
Yep.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero
What's over here?
consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yeah,
What?
you effed with me,
I
buddy
don't know
boy.
how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
I want to see what happens if I go all the way down too.
Let me
but-
prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
Listening.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Yep.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Red, blue.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
Stanley walked through blue
you wanna
door.
know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the
Yes.
end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here.
Frick.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
Can I
Is this
jump?
what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for
I don't
nothing.
do narrow.
Because
I don't
this
do
is what you
brainwashing, no,
wanted
I
to
don't.
see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see?
Jump.
Vehicles?
I wanna be able to
Skill
jump.
trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already
Yes.
feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
I like
Go
this
ahead,
option.
Stanley. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
One.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my
Wait,
place
really?
to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. Leaderboard. Stanley. Good old Neil. Good, not Nico Nacho. Dang, where's Stanley at this? Did you know that 21.3% of skipped the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% players chose a blue door. Stanley's online. You are objectively ranked 9,327th out of 9,328 28 out of 28. Why not ask some friends for help? Error. Friends list empty. Mother fricker. This is your superior, a dead rat. Oh, that's hilarious. How does it take you to get to the correct door? Oh my gosh, 91,728. Jeez. Rude. Fine.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some
Who do you
playtesting.
think killed the rat?
You wouldn't
One.
mind taking a look at it, would you?
Dang, I did too.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
I like the leaderboard, so I gave him one more number up.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
5-star.
I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh shoot, where's my keyboard? What did we do to go forward?
You
Oh,
heartless
frick.
bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing.
A lot of
Your
spite.
input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see.
Portal.
What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
I feel like it'll load like Portal or something like that. Oh! Firewatch!
Fascinating. What do you
I
think
wanna
this
play
game
this
is
game.
about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
It's actually on my watch
But it
list.
seems obvious
on my
to
wish
me that
list.
you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What
I
a
thought
fascinating
so.
venture into
For
the
some reason, I felt like it was
experience of
gonna be a
total
Portal or
mental
something.
depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay, fine. Really? Dude, that's freaking cool though. I like how they F around and they do call us to other games. Just as a scare tactic type thing. Like, you don't want to play this game? Fine, we'll play you a different game. But 100%, isn't this Firewatch?
Oh no. No, it can't be.
What?
It is. It's an open world game.
It
Good
is.
God, quickly, block it off.
Oh, frick.
Thank goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You nearly
Kinda,
wandered
that's
off
why they
into
built the wall.
That thing.
And there might have
That
been
big,
permissions
open,
allowed to.
Just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now,
Still
Stanley.
make keyboard sounds though.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
You sure? Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run
it
around in.
is.
There isn't any possibility that you could
Dude,
get
I haven't
lost
played
here.
Rocket
Now
League
this is game
in like
design.
6 years.
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I could never play this on my own though. I always played it with friends.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think
That's
it's
fair.
sports ball.
I like
Oh,
this
what
game
fun.
when
We
I'm
shall
only
run the
playing with
bases and do a
friends.
touchdown
The
together.
online thing sucks.
Yes, I think surely
But I
we
like
must.
just being able to screw around and do little
Stanley,
tricks
here's
with
the ball. Have fun.
I liked it 7 years ago. Whee! Woo! Oh. Whee! Also, I will say though, I only played it like
Are you
one
doing
time.
it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought, and I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Sick!
Yes. Oh, goodness,
I still haven't
that
made a
really
goal
does
yet.
feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
The narrator really is feeding the joy, huh? Yes! Yes, King! Give me all of them! We got like 18 of them. Heck
Enjoy
yeah!
this, Stanley.
You.
You having fun?
I'm having so much fun.
Video game?
It'd be better
Well,
if I
I
was a
sure
car,
hope you're
but
having
you know.
a good time,
I'll
because
accept
guess
it.
what? It's over. That's right.
Aww.
Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you
Of
need
course,
someone
Josh.
like me to set
Be good,
boundaries
behave,
for
stay
you.
after window, don't
Without
cut.
rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure.
And I will say goodnight to
I'm
Cheshi
your
as soon as he
sense
wakes
of
up again.
purpose. And
I hope
since
you have a
decided you didn't
wonderful
want to play my game,
rest of your night,
now
and I hope
don't
you
want to
sleep well
play
and have a
with
great
you either.
weekend.
So goodbye,
Bye.
Stanley. I'm leaving.
Oh.
See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But
I
who
need you to give me
knows? You're an
balls.
inventive kid. You'll come
my
up with
balls
something.
away.
After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Cinderella knows best. And she's so mature now. You took my ball away. Dude, that's hilarious that was originally Portal in Minecraft. And the right customers are always right in the name of taste. That is true.
Hold on. What are you doing?
I'm escaping.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't.
Oh, frick. Oh. I think I'm in a horror game. Where's another hole? Is this an apartment building or is this an office building? This is kind of gross. Ew. What'd they do? What happened? Oh, I wanna go. What happened? What happened to the game? Oh. Well, good luck. I'll be here trying to figure out where the next hole in the ground is. Hey, a light. Someone monitoring me? I think someone's monitoring me. Is that the narrator room? Maybe that's the narrator room. And he just sits there and watches me. What game are we in? What game is this? Who are we? What are we? Oh. I'm no longer questioning
I wonder
life.
what he
Life has been
found.
taken away.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if
Dude,
he's
I'm so
learned the
confused
heavy
what's going
cost
on.
that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion.
That would
That's
be much
who I am.
appreciated right now.
That
I'm
is
confused.
what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here
Be
soon.
back.
Very soon. I can wait.
Okay. You gonna break down some Hamilton jargon?
All of his co-workers were
Okay.
gone. What could it mean?
Well, I'm gonna
Stanley
try.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Another
simply
thing.
missed a memo.
Nope. We don't have that door
When
yet.
Stanley came to a set
I'm not
of
ready
two
for
open
it.
doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. And
There's two more
Stanley knew
endings
it
I want to see down
perfectly
here
well.
before we do
Perhaps
the
he
new
wanted to
content
stop
room.
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yes. Okay, there's one more ending I want to do there. And then we touch
All of
new
his
content.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps. Guess we'll never know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
He's gotta
well.
be a little patient,
Perhaps
you know.
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too, but eager to
majestic.
get back to business, Stanley took the first
Nero
open
doesn't
door
talk
on
very
his
fast,
left.
huh? He hopes that we stop to listen, huh?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay. Gotta go do this one again, but I want to do something a little different.
On the wrong foot here.
And then we touch new
I'm not
content.
your enemy, really, I'm not.
Not necessarily
I
new
realize
content,
that
but it is
investing
new
your
content
trust
for
in
the game.
someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
Sure about that?
stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
I don't think so.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking
I
for
don't think I'm forgetting about anybody. I got Cheshy, I got Mimi, I got you
This is it,
guys.
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? No, that
did.
wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here.
I actually
clear
didn't
as
know that
day.
was an answer. I
Stanley
just-
picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not
Narrator
picking up
goes
the phone
crazy.
is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None
don't
of these
like you.
decisions were supposed to mean anything.
It's
I don't
simple.
understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Gasp! Crazy!
I can't believe
Bonkers.
I was so mistaken. This
Who
is
the
why
thunk?
you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
It's not Captain America, I don't want it.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example,
I'm a
in
real
this
boy.
scenario,
Oh,
a
frick.
hypothetical real person named Rupert has
That's a real
choice.
boy. Real boy.
He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make?
how to
Remember
read.
that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at
And
no
choose?
time should you make a choice that does not conform
6.
to rational logic. If you find
Ish?
yourself
Oh.
speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their
I'm not
thought,
real.
then provide an excuse why
I'm
you
a figment
cannot
of your
continue
imagination.
talking. Turn to a
Rupert.
partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it
That's a
4:30?
teddy bear's name.
I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What the? What?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
I made
Do you make
17
more than
already.
8? Less? And finally,
May
if you begin
17
to
just for
wonder
one
if your
meal.
choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness
Pack,
of
sack,
space,
and crack.
your
Yeah.
thoughts and problems are
100%
materially
said that.
insignificant,
Crack a
and the
pack.
feeling should subside. At this time,
Yep.
your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and
Apparently.
reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Does it seriously not matter? I want my door to stay open, motherfricker. Oh, he put gates on it?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
Frick,
We
did
just
he
need to get you
childproof
home
this
as soon as
place?
possible before the narrative contradiction gets any
Childproof
worse.
me.
Unfortunately, it seems this
He
place
is,
is
actually.
not well equipped to deal with reality.
Gosh, dang it. Are you gonna go put me in the safety room with all the snacky snacks?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
What if I don't?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure
He
you'll
is
be
gonna
up
put
to
a
the
helmet on
task.
me.
Just follow
He's
my
already
lead and
doing
you'll be
it.
fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Okay. Does it matter? No. Can I open that door? No. I like that file cabinet though. It looks like a washing machine for my apartment. For my old apartment. Fine. Oh.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it?
Tell me that I
To know that
can't.
my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever.
You're gonna tell me that this
Reliving its
kind of joke right
impossibility
here?
forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work?
Oh, frick, he
I don't
hiccuped.
know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I
Let me
do?
go. I want to go over that way.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I
No.
have to.
No.
I have to.
No. I want to go straight. Let me go straight. Literally is. He's about to develop his own comic book. Yay! Yay! Broken world.
Here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish.
You don't like
But
my
you,
world?
You, who thought you were so clever.
You.
Now look where we are.
You.
My entire game is
Ruined
destroyed.
his entire world, huh?
It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run
Yeah,
it
he
into the ground.
become a green goblin.
What, did you think that would be funny?
Yeah, it still
You just
is.
had to see. Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
Yeah, I'm going
He
in circles.
actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That
No.
thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's
Hey,
a
Nick,
world
how's it going?
outside of you, You're a child.
You're a child.
Oh, my story.
You're a freaking Brussels sprout. That's
If
what
you'd
you
just
are.
gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was
No,
a hole
I don't know my left and
underground
right. Dude, I
facility.
guessed.
You would have destroyed
The
it
frick do you think
and
I
been
am? A human?
victorious. It would have been so perfect.
Clearly, I'm a
I worked
goblin.
so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
He's really upset with me.
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Door on the left. Door on left.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Oh, he's gonna not let me go.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and
Dude,
you'll be fine.
freaking honest. I'm awful with directions. Clearly.
When Stanley came to a set of 2
I'm
open doors,
dyslexic.
he
Both of
entered
these
the
are
door on
L's.
his left.
Mother fricker. Fine. You didn't like the other door? I'll go this door. Tell me I'm not gonna F it up again. I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens
Yet
if I
there
F
was
it up
not a
now that he's
single
super
person here
sensitive.
either. Feeling
So
a
still
wave
more to
of
F it up.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I'm in here. Locked my door.
Coming to a
Mother
staircase,
fricker!
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Mother fricker, he child-proofed me. He locked the bathroom. What the frick, brother? Hey, brother. He even closed the elevator on me. Beige pages. They're not yellow pages. Beige. What the frick is
Stepping
this?
inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
I don't recognize
until
this,
he saw
actually.
the door
We're in a different
with a
ending, huh?
voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from
Dude,
within
I don't
himself
like-
the courage to
I'm
face
confused.
the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Honestly, though, I was like, look at that crooked thing. I don't know how to speak. Speak?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Stanley can't speak. There is no mic
I'm
settings in this
sorry,
game.
is there a problem?
yeah.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please
Yeah.
speak the code into the receiver.
yeah,
Otherwise, we
I don't
can't
know.
get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115. Yeah, it doesn't work. I don't.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it, but you know
Yeah,
what?
no.
It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far,
Frickin'
only for
game.
you to suddenly decide
Don't
you have better
shame
things
me.
to do. I
It's
asked
your
you for
settings,
this one
motherfricker.
single thing for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows
Respect,
what it means to take a
motherfucker. I cook
story
you dinner
seriously.
all day, every
If
day.
you
I
didn't want to see
take
what I
care
had
of
to
you
show
and this
then
mother.
why did you come here? You had a
house, and
choice,
here
know.
you have to talk
could
about
have gone through
respect.
the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted.
I wanted
over
to do
there.
the door on the
Why
right.
did you come
You
this
want to
way?
get on that?
Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you...
Yeah, mommy and daddy got into a fight. Sorry, kids.
Stanley, please. I need you to make
I
a
broke the
choice.
game.
I
The
need you to
end.
walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision.
He really wanted to act like he doing everything for me, motherfucker.
Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
No,
Do something.
never.
Anything.
Why?
This is more important than you can ever know.
Nope.
I need this. The story needs it.
He's really heartbroken over this, huh?
You hear me? Are you there?
I've never even gotten the ending of, like, listening to him.
Okay.
By the way, I haven't even gotten that far.
You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right.
Sorry, Leroy.
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Oh, sad. That's so sad. Okay, let's do his
All of
ending.
his co-workers were
We'll
gone.
listen to him once, and then
What
we're gonna do
could
the
it
new
mean?
content.
Stanley decided to go
I
to
feel
the
kinda
meeting
bad
room.
now.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Then we'll touch that door with. the
When Stanley
images.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I just feel bad because I yelled. That's the reason I feel
Yet
bad.
there was not a single
Feel as
person
a
here
fake person.
either.
Talk less.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
less,
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might find an arm coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
I've
office.
been freaking bad with Hamilton lately.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human
wrong.
life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as
glad to
quickly
hear
as
that. I'm
possible.
excited to
he
see what
didn't
you
even have a
got.
single minute to just let the narrator talk.
No!
That kind of
I don't have a
anxiety
minute.
isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated,
So
Stanley
much.
calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Thank you, buddy. Frick. Just trying to get to this ending quick so I can get to the new stuff. I mean, technically there's another ending other than what we're gonna be seeing down here. Should we? Ooh, we could deviate. We could see the other ending that we were
Stanley
supposed to
walked
see.
straight ahead through the large door
nah,
that
we'll do
read
this first.
Mind Control Facility.
Idea.
The lights rose
wait.
on an enormous room
Lights.
packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
%100% mind control. Definitely is.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images
all
on a
those.
screen.
We've been up there.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
427. Hey, found us. Dead ahead. There's like that bright office, and then right above it is that dark one. 427. That's us. Sick.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible
Here,
to
I'll stare at it a
believe.
little
It
bit
couldn't
more.
be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
427.
Was this the only
There we
reason
go, now
he
we
was
can see
happy
it.
with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Fired.
No. He refused to believe it. He
I believe
couldn't
nothing.
accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Never,
unthinkable.
never.
Wasn't it?
I'm kidding.
Was it even possible?
No.
Had he truly spent his entire life
Yes.
utterly blind to the world?
100%.
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this
nothing's
machinery
true.
would
Everything
never
is
again
fake.
exert
Therefore,
its terrible
have
power
fun, enjoy
over
life,
another
because there's
human life.
no reason you
For
shouldn't.
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Life is a joke, nothing's real, therefore we should be having fun.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Mind control!
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than
Power
that.
is everything.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now.
17
Shape
hours
it to your
straight?
heart's desires. Oh,
What
this
the
is
fuck?
much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy
How
it.
17 hours
Mere
straight?
moments until
That's
the bomb
insane.
goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
That's crazy though.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
Oh no. Oh well.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I
Where's
set
Bree?
you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make
Bree?
sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich.
Where is
I almost
Bree?
hate to see it go.
I don't understand.
I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
there is.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah, no, I'm confused.
Oh dear me, what's
No,
the
I
matter,
know,
Stanley?
Wolf. I want 3.
Is
I
it
want
that
to
you
go
have
in
no
order.
idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable
He
of turning it
doesn't know.
off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will
I
save
don't know. I'm
me.
gonna try to do something.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose
Incorrect.
in this place is? Stanley,
Where's the right blue?
you're in for quite a disappointment.
You have 3
But here's
attempts
a spoiler for
remaining.
you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Oh.
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
4 is yellow.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you...
Goodbye, employee 427. What?
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here.
Okay.
Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another
think peacefully.
choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Dang, he did have it. True. As long as we had fun. Isn't that the point? Oh. Everything blew up.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were.
Yeah, bro
Just a
did it. That's
matter of
weird.
time.
Huh. Bro blew it up and now there's papers everywhere. That's sad. What the heck? I'm kind of curious now.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
What happens
doors,
if I go do the
he
other
entered the door
path?
on his left.
There's another... However, I don't know if this is a deluxe thing where I need to start the new content or what, but there's one more
Yet
path
there
down
was
this way I
not a
want to
single
do.
person here
And then we'll
either.
actually do it.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Mother
Stanley
fricker!
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Yeah, I did
Coming
the
to a
jump.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
offed
to
myself
his
by
boss's
jumping.
office.
Then we went back to the phone room. Oh, wait. What am I doing? No, I wanted to do the right path, actually. Then we went back to the phone room and we unplugged the phone, broke the game, and... Oop, sorry. To be rich is to commit a crime. To commit crimes isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to just pick one. Cool. I want to do the implode path.
Okay, I
And
think
then
we
we'll
all
do new
know the drill
content.
by
I
now.
promise.
Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
He's really annoyed with me, huh? I do like that he's beating it up. Is he gonna off me down here, though? I mean, there's also the path of, like, just hitting off instead of on. That's also another... Should we do the off button, or should we do the escape button? Escape route.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
Should we
Control
escape, or should we do
Facility.
off button? Or, actually, how much time we got? We could do both. Let's do off button first. And then we'll do the escape. Because I'm curious. I want to see what happens.
The lights rose on an
Blah,
enormous
blah, blah,
room
blah, blah,
packed
blah,
with
blah, blah, blah,
television
blah, blah.
screens.
Hurry up, narrator.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Man, this dude talks like he thinks we play the game to listen to his voice. I mean, he's not necessarily wrong, but...
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true
Yeah,
nature
right there.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Why is one
The
just
lives
facing
of
a
so many
filing
individuals
cabinet?
reduced to images on a screen.
Like, is someone's office legitimately just a file cabinet?
Eternally monitored
There's a
in
ladder
this
there.
place where freedom meant
Oh, sorry.
nothing.
Okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Sure.
No. He refused to believe
Wrong
it.
answer?
He couldn't
Oh.
accept it.
You guys are
His
playing wrong
own
answers
life
only,
in
guys.
someone else's control?
Yeah, once I
Never.
get through
It was
the paths
unthinkable.
down here, then we
Wasn't
do
it? Was it even possible?
the ultimate room
Had
closet.
he truly spent his entire life
And then we do it all
utterly
again.
blind to the world?
Why? Why not?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery...
Ah! Is Stanley Nomas? Oh.
And a rising chill of uncertainty.
little.
Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Surprise!
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Why is this
Where
door so
had
slow?
his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this
Bang,
strange
bang,
building hold?
Here
But
we
as
go.
sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to
Why is
understand,
the stairs down?
but to let go. No longer would
Your
anyone
barn.
tell him where to go, what to do.
Plot twist. Are we working at Aperture Science?
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all
Oh,
he
look at the
needed to know.
walls.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
This is a freaking screen.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Aw.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Oh,
The
sad.
feeling of liberation. The immense possibility of the new
Kind of
path
fun you guys
before
were on the
him.
phone, though.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant
Why
to
are we
happen.
guarding so much?
And Stanley was happy.
Was he? Oh, cute. Okay. Screw it. I want to go look at the new content.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
play in the broom closet.
Perhaps he had simply missed a
Not
memo.
that broom closet, the new closet.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
New content. Oh. Why? Wait, what? No! What the fuck? I'll go that way.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Not.
After receiving critical and commercial
computers,
success,
home.
it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yeah.
The
Definitely
Stanley
checks
Parable
out.
Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting
Why did they put
audiences
the needle
the
behind
world
the
over.
game thing?
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable
What movies guys
Ultra
watch?
Deluxe.
Oh, well, this
Free
sounds
movie night, if you don't mind me
delightful.
asking.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Blue Spring? Oh, cool. Never heard of it. Is it good?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or oh, there we go. All
Just a
right,
little slow.
finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more
Oh,
ready.
heck
Let's
yeah.
do it.
Cool. I should check it out. Add it to my movie list.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the...
Stanley has ADHD.
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content,
Oh,
Stanley.
it's over here. White walls, nice.
All right.
Yes!
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Do I have to be in a circle? I do have to be in the circle. Stanley jumps like a frickin'. I got more hops than this, man. Should I use all of them? Or should I save a few for something? Will we need them again? Will we need the jumps? Nah, won't? Okay. Oh. Rip.
Is that it? Surely that's
Deal.
not
I will
Why
accept and I won't
something
question.
else, right?
I have my reasons, low.
I have a feeling your reasons
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial
involved a
impressions of
text
this game are
speech
not positive.
with
It's just
a stomachache.
elevators and jumping. Is this what passes
Of
for
laughter.
exciting new content?
Is what
If
I
this
have a
is
feeling
new
it was.
Content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe,
Jeez.
now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes.
Is it
I
another
knew
jump
there
circle?
had to be something else.
Aw.
Let's see it.
I'd
I'm
like
ready
more
for
jumps.
whatever it is.
Thank you.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really
Seriously
about.
though, Call of Duty
No
do be like,
frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
oh, I liked my little room. Did I get a promotion that I didn't know about? Me in normal life.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you some... Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're... Oh, never mind. You're not a dog.
Thanks. Caffeine it? Oh, you're not a dork? Just gotta tease him a little bit.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned
Yes.
out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take
Bruh.
a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life
This dude
whenever I want.
is
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when
Nope.
the game originally launched?
Nope.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
If you say so. Buy now on Steam. How much were you on Steam though? What was your cost? You casually left that out. Is it your first dollar? That got painted. Stanley Parable demonstration. Oh. Unachievable. This isn't. It is impossible to get this achievement. Then give me it. Nominee Stanley. Dude. What's wrong with this dude?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then
This
succeeds
narrator needs
to be
to go to
every
therapy
game ever created."
or
Did
get
you hear
some
that, Stanley?
help, 'cause I
Every
don't know
game
what to do
ever
for
created.
him.
That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
Okay, then why are we
It
doing
was
this?
literally every game ever created. It was
Cool.
Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
An hour? We're in the elevator for like 2 minutes. Portal. Minecraft! The nostalgia, it was good. That's hilarious though. Person of the Year, Stanley.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of
People
choice
should
in
read
games,
GameSpot.
and one that offers some of the most enjoyable,
Actually,
surprising, and
pre-
rewarding
TikTok
choices
people did.
I've ever been confronted with in a
Don't you just
game.
wake yourself
9
up
out
like
of
you're
10. Don't you
Taylor?
get it, Stanley? The game was
you're cute.
perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
You sure?
It just needed to be left alone,
You
to
sure?
spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved
Dude,
video
honestly
game
though,
memories.
like I read GameSpot when I was younger, but frickin' not anytime recently. Oh, there it is. Dude, what? Fire? Can I start a fire?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Steam reviews?
No. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game
Yeah, I
distributor.
bet.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even
weirdo.
imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
You would think. Maybe.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Unfunny. You are. That was kind of funny though. Hey, bro.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
They got Mimi. They had a Mimi. is Menzie. On her grouchiness. Isn't that right, Mimi? Actually, she's pretty quiet today. She had a good day. You gotta hang out with my landlord while I clean the boat. We do love Grouchy Kitty. Her voice is so pretty. This is also her favorite blanket that I'm holding her with. Second favorite blanket. Sorry. My favorite one's just like this, but red. Yeah, you like the red blanket of you. Well, that microphone didn't even pick that one up. You want to share anything with the chat? Anything else? Is that all you got? Bro, you're gonna strangle me. You're holding on to my... You can go away like that, but you're... Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, never mind, she's nice. Tushy! I do have this too. This is awake. Hey, shush, you guys. He woke up. Oh, sorry. Unfortunately, Josh went to bed. He said goodnight, Cheshy. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye, Cheshy. I'll let you go back to what you were doing. I've abducted you and held the narrator hostage staring at his veil of a thing. Okay. Back to memory lane.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Ooh!
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley.
Okay.
Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Yes, we shall.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Thank you.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
Yeah, I just did.
Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. there is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place?
Oh, the tree died. Narrator's not even talking. Okay. Oh, the wall.
But
the
they
wall
didn't
fell.
understand the game was never meant to be funny. It
he's
was meant to have
angry
a
again.
point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said,
I wonder how long this has been going on.
End is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
How long in silence you have to be to go clinically insane? Does that count for a creature that doesn't have a body? Like narrators? Hey, he created the button. He could stop it at any time. He could stop me. Oh. This looks a lot like Aperture. Wonder if it'll look more like Aperture. Hot dog. The ladder fell over. Oh, sad. This dude is angry. Oh. He hangry. Come on. I wanna go again. Oh, everything died again. Where's the narrator? Did he die? We're just gonna skip. Huh, look at that. Now we got open world. Look at there. He wanted to put us in a wall? No. I make the open world. Man, the cat hair on my skin's making me itchy though. Imagine narrator coming back to that one spot being like, Stanley, where'd you go? Stanley, it's bored. Where'd you go? Don't worry about it, buddy boy. Is there anywhere I need to go? Or am I just wandering? Just wandering. Is that an ending? That is in fact an ending. Huh.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible?
Freaking narrator.
They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
New content? You promise?
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
You sure? You sure? 'Cause I want something interesting. I want something that give me a reason to have a bruise on my hip, man. Oh, fun fact, I bruised my hip today. I can only feel the bruise, hasn't, like, the coloring hasn't come in. I wouldn't show you either way. but I was carrying a paddleboard wrong and I bruised my
You see,
hip.
Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and
so I'm
about how
paddleboarding
roundly disappointing
today,
this
and I
ultra-deluxe
picked up a
version has
handle
turned
and I
out to be.
smacked it on my
The
hip
original
and carried it that way.
Stanley Parable
It
was a
stayed
landmark,
up beautifully. I
and
could
any
carry it
new
that
content
way.
for it should live
Except
up
for
to that legacy.
I got
So
bruised.
forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense.
Surfboards are heavy.
I say we take it one step
Surfboards are heavy, and then you get surfboards that have like
Which is
another
why
layer
I'm
on
very
top of
proud to
them,
announce
even more
for the
heavy.
First time ever,
Freaking.
the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah. No, I did a sunrise
Yes,
paddleboard
you see, isn't this
paddle
far
session.
superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions?
community thing,
Think of all the
and
new territory we'll cover with a fully
I'm gonna sleep
fledged
well
sequel.
tonight.
An entirely new experience built from the ground up.
Taste a
Why, there's so
sequel.
many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Okay.
Calling
Glass
it the
doors.
Stanley Parable 2
It's pretty
is just so
slick,
much
though. I like this
catchier than
office design,
Ultra
though.
Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra
I mean, a desk with this would be
What
sick.
does it
However, I
even
don't like
mean?
the.
But the Stanley
Actually, the drawers on
Parable
that side
2, now
make pretty
that's
good.
an artistic
I don't know.
statement right there. It's
They're back, 2
future-oriented.
doors.
It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising
modern.
potential.
Dude, I have bruises up and down my shins. More TSP, better TSP. What's TSP? Win. Sequential mind share. Color red, leverage holistic value. Envelope client-centric marketing, brick and mortar approach. Yeah, okay. Parable 2. Blue Fern. Oh.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable
Yeah, no, I was
2
like, I
is
get
going to
the
be.
freaking bruises
But
come
let's
everywhere.
take a look at some of the features I've been
427.
developing for it. I figure that if
End
I
is
can
never the
loosely
end again.
organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is
theory.
much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Of course. I will see you later. I hope you have a wonderful night. Be good, behave, stay out your window, don't get caught, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Have fun with whatever you're going to do. Bye, sis. New features. Which I mean, yeah, I got like 26 minutes. Let's see how far we get into this.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Reassurance bucket? I want to do the name. I want to hear her say my name.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and
Yes.
validated as people.
True.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Ooh-wee! Gotta stretch, gotta get ready for this. You guys excited? You guys ready to figure out what my name is? You guys ready for this?
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right
Hi, I'm
now,
Jim.
the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this
Yeah.
feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath. Clear
Wear
your
dress
mind,
pants,
forget
white button
whoever
of
you
shirts,
are,
a
and simply
plaid
become a
tie,
person
possibly
named
a
Jim.
blue
I want
with
you to
like
imagine
maybe
yourself
like gray
living as
striping
Jim,
in it.
sleeping
I
and
wake up
waking
every
as Jim,
morning
falling
wishing to
in
kiss my
love
wife,
being
and
heartbroken
sadly there's
as
no
Jim,
wife. I had my
seizing
coffee
all
every
of the
morning,
world's
made to me by the
possibilities as Jim,
by the
and as
receptionist
Jim,
gal
watching
as I
your
show up to
dreams
work.
crumble into dust. Do you
I
feel
don't
it
drink enough
deeply?
coffee and I
Are
do
you
not eat
really,
breakfast.
truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim. Jim. Okay, I am Jim. Okay.
Yes!
Beautiful.
You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again. Jim. It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
Would it?
Let's take a break from the gym button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much gym. I'm putting the gym button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of
Gym. I'm not gym no more. Okay, fine. We'll go see what else there is. I got very excited about that gym button. Man, I need to... My hair cannot be touching my skin right now. It is making me itchy. Hair up. Stay up. There. We'll see how long that stays up.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too.
Sure.
That would actually save me the work of finishing
already
this
feeling
feature.
it slide. You're even worse, bun. Doesn't matter. Not like you guys are seeing it. Reassurance bucket? Let's do that. What's the bucket?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Mine!
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Cool. Okay. So, let's go.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
In here.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Then why do you ask? And what's the point of asking?
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Oh, I have no circle. I've got no jumps.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
Give me some more.
Oh, well, I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Rude. A free achievement. Pull the lever and receive your free achievement.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well,
Yeah.
I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Oh, come on. Made me walk all the way down here and you won't even give me a free achievement? So mean. What the heck, man? What the heck?
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I ended up here. Oh. It's over here. Oh,
An
epilogue?
would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
At the end. Setting world champion? What? Okay. Infinite hole. Over here?
Stanley,
Oh, heck
here's
yeah.
an idea that I'm truly fond of.
I
It's
like
never
that.
been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a meat. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of
Yes,
the
I
hole.
did.
You found me out, Stanley. I'm a
did.
liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
Yo.
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the
Well, I
hole
had
was
the
as
option
deep as anyone
teleport.
would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Dude, I was falling for maybe like 5
Things got a
minutes.
little heated there. I think we both
That's not
said
even a
some
long
things we
time.
didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did
Just so you guys know, I'll be
before.
wrapping up in like
Admittedly,
14 minutes.
I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Okay.
Well, there it is. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
What if I just keep staying in here? Never mind.
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was still nothing. Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Yeah, of course. Is he really not coming back? Am I actually stuck in this hole? Clearly something's happening, but the hole's getting deeper. The hole irritates the narrator too. Me and the hole truly do have things in common. It got too much attention from the narrator and it caused it to shrink. I like that, however, I still can't get out. Perception. Puppies! Upside down. Error.
Stanley? Stanley!
Oh.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
I was having such a good time.
Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the
Is this
hole?
hole a prison?
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Hi, Kermit. Oh. Did I just achieve an ending doing that? How's it going?
Here we are. Go on. Try
many
out some of the new
crickets.
features.
Okay, let's go see the collectibles, and then I think we're out of this room. I am glad it's wonderful. I'm doing great. I'm playing Stanley Parable for the first time. And we got through, I don't want to say majority, but it's most of the easier endings to find for the before deluxe. And now we're screwing around the deluxe.
Collectibles.
And
now it's a real video game.
just so you know, I'll be wrapping up in like
Parable 2,
8 or so minutes. Whenever I get out of here and do one more ending.
What's truly innovative is that there will be no
Thank you for
reward
asking.
for collecting all of them.
Oh.
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Dude, 4 years. That's insane. 4 years and 1 month. Gosh dang. Both you and Death have been around for a while. Holy cats. Man, how time flies. What the frick? I just realized the bodies. Hey, I forgot we had the bucket. Wow. Why Stanley look like that? I like how the specifics. 4 years, 1 month, 1 day, 2 hours. Like what? 2 hours? Collect them all. You can find them. You can find them.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything
Kinda. He looks
in
like a
video game,
generic
and then
white
they give
man
you a
with brown
big
hair.
fancy reward
Yeah, that's how
for
he
it.
looks.
Absolutely
Cartoonish.
tragic.
Yeah. Exit? I'm exiting. Man. Oop. Stanley is weird. Like, he's just like a weird, like, generic dude.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted
I am kind of sad
Ready
that I've
to
never
move
played
on
this
now?
game before. I'm gonna be honest. No screenshots?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I
I
know
would
it's
like
not
a way out
exactly
of here.
clear yet how exactly these features will come
I
together.
have
as
not.
one
Superliminal
simple,
is on my
coherent
wish
video
list,
game, but
though.
I can feel it in my soul.
There's Title
It's
Pending
going
and
to work.
Superliminal that are the other two that I want to play that's like
Game in there
this.
somewhere. Say, let's do
The
an
Superliminal is
experiment. I'll
really
arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or
mind
not
screwy, and
it
I want to
coheres
play
into
it
a
so bad
meaningful
for stream.
gameplay experience. Okay.
I can get
Are you
it. I
ready?
can get it. I just have to
Here it
find time to
is.
play it.
I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
He's like, it'll be on the it'll be an option for one of the Fridays.
Well,
Friday streams at
there's
some point.
potential here, right?
I am
It's
slowly
sort of-
conquering my wish list.
Hold on.
Well, I should
Let
say
me do
wish
a
watch
different
list,
arrangement.
technically.
Okay, yes.
I have
Yes,
like 30
this is
games in there
much
that I have to
better.
play
I
at
feel
some
good
point.
about
Whether it's
Here
for
we go.
Twitch or for
Version
YouTube.
2.
But I have 30 different games I have to play. What the fuck? I'm making it
Who am
worse,
I
dude.
kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's
No,
a lot
it's
of
not.
gags. And I do very much enjoy
There's 2 holes
creating
though.
gags, but they
No,
don't
but
add up to
I am
anything.
planning on playing it at some point.
I wanted more
I just
than
wanted to play this
anything
game
to create
first.
a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to
bet.
love it.
That
no matter
game,
how
I feel
good these
takes
gags
a
are, they
lot
won't
to
stand on their
function
own.
just for what
they
it
would
is.
need the structure and the gameplay
Maybe
of the
you can, babe.
original. Wait,
I don't think he
maybe
is
that's
having
it.
a
I can
moment.
take the
Oh, hey.
original
It's
Stanley
me.
Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the
Dude,
vision and
I
integrity
still
of the
need to
original
beat
game.
Kindergarten 1
Would it possibly
and play
work?
Kindergarten 2.
I suppose
But
it
I'm
could,
so
but
excited
it
they
would need a
announced it.
really
We're finally getting to
tremendous title
Wednesday.
screen.
I know all about the kindergarten games. I'm just really bad at playing games.
Conviction.
Like,
This
getting to
is
them.
the Stanley Parable 2.
Unfortunately. I can play Fallout 4 for
whip something up.
ever, apparently.
All right,
But
perfect.
try a new game,
Go
and
ahead.
apparently my will
Take a
crumbles for some awful reason. Rude! Kindergarten 3, not yet.
This is the story of a man.
It's supposed to
named
come out, I
Stanley.
thought, like, soon.
Stanley
Let me
worked
see
for
if
a
it has
company
a
in a big
date,
building
actually.
where he was employee number
Standard.
427.
Burton.
Employee
Oh, wait!
number 427's job was simple.
What?
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to
It
him
came out
through a
2 days ago!
desk, telling him
Holy
what buttons
frick!
to push,
It is
how long to
it's
push,
out! It came out on the 18th! Holy frick, it's
This is
out!
what employee 427
That's
did
going straight to my
every day of
wish list.
every month of every year. And although others
Holy
might have
frick, I had no
considered
idea it was
silly,
out!
Stanley relished
Yeah!
every
I saw it
moment
on
that he
Steam!
was in,
Holy frick!
though he had been made exactly for his job. And Stanley
Mimi!
was happy.
Kindergarten's out! You ready to go to school, babe?
And then
Oh, she
one
was
day, something very
tortured for that.
peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would
Hey,
never
at least
quite
it's there.
forget.
You got time to
He
replay
had been
them.
at his desk
Since it's
for
been
nearly
who
an
knows
hour
freaking how
when he
long since
realized
it
that not one
existed.
single order
You know.
had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
The balloons.
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very
we're gonna
clearly wrong.
get to one more
Shocked,
ending,
frozen
and then we're
solid,
gonna call it.
Stanley
So
found
I
himself
can get
unable
to
to
bed.
move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits
Dude,
and regained
that's how
his
I feel,
senses,
honestly.
he got up from
See,
his
my next
desk
paycheck,
and stepped
boy,
out of
it's
his
gonna be
office.
thick, but holy frick, it's gonna be gone.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I got too much stuff I
What
gotta
could it
buy.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
Ow.
had simply missed a memo.
Bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Like, I got way too many things to get with my next paycheck. Yo,
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
man,
to
I'm
his
glad
chest
that I don't.
and entered the door on his
I shouldn't
left.
say I don't play. However, I'm so glad I don't play the FNAF games. I just watch them. I watch them and I observe the lore.
This was not the correct way to
Because
the
I would
meeting
lose so much money
Stanley
to
had
FNAF.
felt the
I
bucket
really
calling to
would.
him,
Scott
telling him
Cawthon would
that
have
the
like entire
employee
paychecks for
lounge
me.
was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself.
Oh
Yes,
my gosh, wait,
perhaps
a
it really
third?
was.
There's a third?
How insightful the bucket turned out
Dude,
to
I
be.
haven't even seen all the videos for the second. Frick, I gotta get back to watching YouTube. I'm behind.
No, never mind. The bucket
Ooh.
was wrong.
Dang it!
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Gosh
And so the
dang.
two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
I had no idea. Dang.
Still no one was here.
Dude.
Stanley needed
Ooh,
the
I need to
bucket's
watch
warmth
Corey
and
play. I
comfort
watched
now
Mark
more
play
than
it.
ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that,
No!
can't you? The
My
aura
bucket!
of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom
I need to
closet
watch Corey.
believes it deserves
I
the
have
bucket.
watched Markiplier. I almost watched Game Theory.
It's a bucket.
Play
It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here.
But I need to get some
Supposed to go with
time.
the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't hand over
My
the
obsessions go deep.
bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet
Like,
is
there's
putting
some
on your
games that's
shoulders
like it's
right
just
now,
better
but
for
you
me
have
just
be
to
strong.
watch. I
This is your
know
bucket.
I'm not gonna
This
be
is
good
your
playing it.
companion and lifelong
Then there's
friend.
stuff like this, and I'm like,
You can't hand it over.
yes,
Oh, no.
100%.
Calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom
Hold on,
closet
trying
has
to steal
sunk
me.
that it has to
Steal my
resort to this
bucket.
stream of petty
my bucket,
insults
bucket.
simply in order to get you
Actually-
to hand over the bucket?
Oh, eat that,
Stanley,
actually.
I never
Good
liked
boy.
this broom closet for a variety of
I'm
reasons.
trying to
but
get
even
my
this
cat
is worse
Cheshire to
than
come
I
hang
had
out with me.
imagined.
He said he's
Wait.
eating it.
Now the broom closet has the gall to imply That you and the bucket are not truly
You
deep
don't always,
and lasting friends?
I should say you don't always need a
That your
camera, however, it
relationship
depends on
is
what you're
purely
doing.
superficial and convenient? That
Also,
your life is
Logitech has,
so
like, really
banal
cheap
and meaningless
cameras
that you'd
that
feel
work
the same
really
sort
well.
of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I'd never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them.
It's like, I need to get a gaming laptop.
Share your journal
I want to get a
entries
gaming
detailing the rich
laptop.
emotional
I
landscape of
want to
your
get a
feelings for the
vlog
bucket,
camera.
as they have changed and
And then I
evolved
need to get like
over
a
the
tripod
years.
for that.
Let him have it.
I want a gaming laptop so I can like edit stuff on the go. But I need to get a vlog camera so I can like do like I want to start making like cooking
I've got you
videos.
something which I think will
But-
help settle this debate once and for all.
My setup is very not mobile
There.
at
Now
all
it's settled.
actually.
No more debate.
Like I hit
no
my
more
desk and
discussion.
everything goes to
Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies
Hello,
and their
baby, how are
relationship
you?
to broom closets in the
Ooh,
natural
hello.
order of things.
Okay, Tushy.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
This
That
Cheshire,
way,
he has to
if
have
you're
2
ever
points of
unsure
contact
whether
whenever
the
I'm
thing you're
touching him.
holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, "Ah, it's a bucket." There really is
Yeah,
a wide variety
Cheshire
of
is really
applications
chill
for this
until
sticker.
for some reason something happens and he loses his mind. But
You know what? I could
Depending on
take
what
the
you're looking
name calling
for-
and the dismissal of your kinship with
What
the
kind of
bucket.
editing
but
do you
now,
do? 'Cause I was
the
gonna say
broom
Da
closet
Vinci.
is just giving us a silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the
You can get
pettiness
Da
on
Vinci for
display.
free,
You can stay here
which
all you
is
like,
what
but I've
most
had it with this
YouTubers
impetulant room
slash
of cleaning
content
supplies.
creators make,
Easily the most
use
childish
for
such
making
room
it
I've ever
basic or-
been in. I'll
well,
see
not
you
basic, but
outside,
there's a lot,
and we can
like,
get on
movie
with the
edit-
story about
editing and
you
whatnot.
and your bucket.
It was like I use Da Vinci whenever I edit videos. Really fun. Isn't that right, Chesh? Okay, buddy, I gotta take a video. Oh heck yeah! Good job, dude. Honestly, I'm impressed that you could build a PC. I can't. That's insane. Hi, Chicky. You want prop? You do want prop. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked
Man,
upstairs to
I
the
had my
boss's
PC. I
office.
designed my PC, but I had it built for me.
But Stanley just couldn't do
Yeah.
it. He considered
That's
the
how it usually
possibility
goes.
of
I mean,
facing his
GPU is
boss,
so-
admitting
it's
he
so
had
much
left his
easier to
post
upgrade
during
than the
work
CPU.
hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive
Like, that's how I
economy,
usually go. It's like
why
I usually go
had
out for
taken that
CPU, and
risk?
then I'm like,
All because he believed everyone
I'll
had
make
vanished.
my GPU good
His
enough
boss
for
would think
now,
he
and
was
we'll just
crazy.
plug and
then
play later.
Something occurred to Stanley.
What is it, Cheshire? You're
Maybe,
vibrating.
he thought to himself, maybe I am
You're
crazy.
literally touching me,
He looked
baby.
down at the bucket in his arms.
You're
Am I
literally
crazy?
touching me.
He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
By the way, Cheshire's a
That's
massive
strange,
queen
Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket
He likes to
close,
breathe the same
yet
air
felt
as me
none of its
sometimes.
familiar
And I think it's really
reassurance
cute,
and
actually. I
comfort.
love it.
And
I
that's
love it
when
so
Stanley
much.
realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket?
No,
This
that's
is
my
all
sticker.
terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from
My
this.
bucket.
Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
He stole my bucket.
Now he noticed that the rooms were
What the
repeating,
heck?
which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket. Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room,
yeah.
passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were
I love
his special bucket.
planning things like that. However, executing so much harder.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity.
However, my
And
friends
then
want to help me build a computer
dead
at
in
some
his
point, I
tracks.
guess, but
He knew where the
that'll be
voice of
very
the
long
bucket
for
had been
now.
coming from.
I do not have the money to build a
Was
computer.
inside of him all
I just think
along.
about that. I was like, I could
incredibly
legitimately go buy all the parts.
Stanley doubled over in agony.
What is it,
and
Cheshire?
blacked out.
But like, can we sit down and do that? No, I don't have the space, and also my computer's massive.
This is
I
the
could
story
just gut
of a
it.
woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Jeez.
She arose,
I've put
dressed,
like
picked up her
1800
bucket of
or
comfort and security, and
so
walked
into
to her
my
place of
PC at this
work.
point. Oh,
But on this particular day, her walk
Granted, I've
was
had my computer for, like,
interrupted by
5
the
years
body of a
and
man who had
massive
stumbled
upgrades
through
and whatnot.
town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away,
and also
she
I built
knew
it
what
in
the
like
problem
the
was.
high
This
expensive
man
part
had no bucket.
of the pandemic,
Of
where
course
everything was
he'd
like
gone
$1
mad,
million.
ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented
Yeah.
if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize.
I did the same path though. I did like the same exact thing. I'm not gonna lie.
And she hugged her own
Well,
bucket.
it's like GPU is literally a plug and
Of course,
play.
she had no
Where
time for
CPU
this.
is like
There
behind
were
a bunch of
myriad
things.
of confusing
as far as I'm
problems
aware.
she would soon have to confront at work,
But-
for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself.
Heck
My
yes.
life kicks ass. And she backflipped
Yes.
all the way to work.
Yo, that's a rite of passage. Yeah, that is legitimately a rite of passage. I think it is literally PC starter bundle. I am gonna call it here for the day. Do that. Cheshi, you're like holding me. He's legitimately holding me, actually. It's kind of cute. Pa. Here, buddy. Hey, buddy, I don't. I hold you like a baby. I just gotta pick you up. There we go. Of course, dude. Oh, I gotta get to bed so I can get up so I can get to volunteering in the morning. Summer is my busy time, and I end up streaming until like 10 p.m. most summers, and I'm like, great, now I get to be up and functioning at like 6 a.m. Great. But Cheshi, you're okay. I'll tip you on your side. You can say hi. Say hi, Cheshi. It's literally for volunteer work. Like my work day starts at 1:30 p.m. It's legitimately just volunteering. We have a entire festival. Do you mind I'm talking? This is Cheshire. He is my baby boy. He is 3 years old and cute and 20 pounds. He's a big boy. I do a lot of volunteer work for our environmental boards here in my town. We had a groundbreaking today for an education center for it's a nature education center, and tomorrow we have a festival, and I will be doing the educating for the education center. It will be a national education center that kids in this part of the state will come to do field trips at and whatnot to learn more about the environment. And it'll be like 3 stories all about the loon, which is my state bird, and all this like fun stuff. And I get to go talk about that for 6 hours tomorrow, and then go to work, and then have coworkers ask me about it because it's all over the frickin' news right now. Unfortunately, I am so prepared for it. I've been sharing the same script. Hi, sweetie. Every single I would call it festival is any sort of event I've been invited to is legitimately just me talking about the structure of the building, the type of education we're doing, and just really random fun facts about loons is legitimately all I do. And like, I'm not gonna be the only one there, but it's really funny. I had a like 2-day notice, and I'm like, yeah, you'll be talking about what you always talk about. Like, sick. Infrastructure. Got it. I will tell them about how we're destroying nature to build a thing to teach you about nature. Awesome. Love it. It'll be so much fun. No, I do actually love it. It's just really funny to me. It's this 3-story building that they're building. Ground floor is what the loon sees underwater. Second floor is like water level, what they see while they're on the water. And then the third floor is when they're flying, what they see. Along with like what, and each like level has interesting facts about their survival and what they require to live amongst each floor. We're going out, we're hiring local artists to paint each floor, to basically graffiti each floor as they see fit. Oh yeah. Cheshire! Sorry, he rubbed on it. Loons are different than ducks, where ducks have their legs like in the middle and then wings. Loons have their legs towards the back and wings. And so they can't walk on their legs. Do not wipe on the microphone again. Yeah, you. And like, we just gonna talk, I just have to talk about like how they survive and how that they're only black and white during the summer, fun fact, and they have red eyes in the summer during mating season, and that's how they show that they're able to mate. When it's not mating season, they're brown and they have brown eyes. Fun fact. Like, I just get to share like really wacky things like that, or like they have like 5 different calls, and one of them, the yodel, is only by males who are being territorial. Like, it's just like really random things like that. It'll be fun. It's not like I'm sitting there in front of like a class teaching it. Like, we're literally at a festival. Like, we're having fun. We're eating festival food. We're having parties. We're dancing. I'm just doing it tomorrow. It's only tomorrow for me. The festival's all weekend, but I can't do it on Sunday. But it'll be fun. I'm excited. It's our first annual for this type of festival. You're okay. But yeah, it'll be really cool. I've done similar things. I just have to muster the energy to do it. And like, I already got kind of coached. It's a lot of fun. It's not professional whatsoever. Like, I'm legitimately screwing around. One time, I was teaching kids about loons by playing it on a splash pad. Legitimately, I just share fun facts about loons, just screwing around with kids and having fun and trying to make balloon animals and playing with water balloons and whatnot. Dude, honestly though, it's like those who work at the festival get Raphael's Pizza, which is a local pizza shop. We get pizza from there for free, and it's so freaking good. And like, we get bribed to do this. It's like, I'm excited. Bye, Cheshi. Be careful, baby. But it'll be amazing. And then I get to turn around and I get to go cook at work. It'll be the Last Supper. Yeah? Yeah, Last Supper. No, yeah, Last Supper for my camp group this week. For the rest of this month is Autism Week at the summer camp I work at. So we have a bunch of buddies, well, friends and their buddies, who everybody has a buddy, hand in hand. They always have a friend that they wander with. Oh yeah. No, I have like 3 or 4 jobs. I have 3 jobs, and then I have this. It's like, I keep busy. And I still have to edit my YouTube videos. Whoopsies. It's a life. It's a life I chose. Isn't that right, memesies? Isn't that crazy? That cat's 10 or will be 10 in a week. You're gonna be 10 in a week. You're gonna be old. You look so pretty though. You hate me so much. Mia. Hi. Okay, I just had to make sure she could hear. Dude, honestly though, is like, I have a purpose and why I'm grinding so hard. I just don't want to be grinding so hard for like 5 years. I'm giving myself like two years tops of grinding to be able to be like, okay, done. Time to relax. And I was like, I want to do my gaming content. I want to do cooking content. I want to be a gardener. I want to have an apple orchard. I want to do all this stuff. I want to work at the camp. And I don't want to have any other jobs other than working at the camp. And I was like, gotta survive 2 years. 2 years with full-time jobs. One of my jobs is, I haven't even started a full-time job yet. I have another job that I'm starting at some point. Whenever I get fingerprinted and the background check passes and... as advice as I give my coworkers, don't be like me, guys. Well, I mean, do what you love. Have fun doing what you do. Don't push yourself so hard. Do not push yourself. If you're pushing yourself to the point of breaking, you're pushing too hard, and I need you to kindly stop. Okay? If you are loving what you're doing, then keep doing it. I low-key kind of say I hope so, Death. But also sorry, you missed me playing in an infinite hole, I think. But yeah, no, it's like, make sure you're having fun. If you're not having fun, then what's the point? That's the best advice as I can give you. It was like, I've worked 40, okay, so on average in a week, I work somewhere around 60 hours a week, 60 to 70 hours a week. However, I'm having fun doing what I'm doing. Like, I'm seeing my friends during this. I'm seeing my family during this. I'm having fun. I'm playing games. I'm meeting cool people. I'm having fun working this hard. If you're not having fun working that hard, you need to reevaluate what you should be doing. So you can probably make more or be happier doing something else, working equally as hard. But yeah, there's my advice for ya. However, I do want to share though, I do have a joke of a job. So I mean, working at the camp is a joke to me. Not in like a, I don't need to work there. Like, no, I love working there. It's just my manager is so unserious about working there that it makes it so much easier on everybody else. Like, legitimately, I got a text message from her yesterday or 2 days ago. Was it 2 days ago? Might have been 2 days ago. Yesterday, hey lady, I was gonna tell you earlier today, but I forgot. I bumped your pay up to insert pay wage and retro paid you from June 1st forward. I also put in a $500 bonus for you. I appreciate everything you're doing. I spent literally the entire day with her. We were face to face for 5 hours that day. Hey lady, I forgot. At least she told me. Dude, at this camp, I'm part-time. At this camp, I actually make $19 an hour there. Last summer at this time, I was making $15 an hour. I have now officially had a total of $4 as a raise, and I am up for a promotion that I haven't gotten yet that also comes with a raise. By the end of that promotion, I'm probably gonna be making $21 an hour just working there. It's like, no, it's freaking sick. I just wish it was full-time. It's not full-time, so I can't really get cleared for like housing loans for that. So I was like, I'm working there because I want to work there. However, I have to find a full-time job, which unfortunately is childcare for me because I have to work somewhere local so I can get to the camp on time. So unfortunately, I found a childcare job that's local. However, childcare, they're like, maybe we could get you $16 an hour. However, I have to pass all the tests, all the background checks and all that stuff to see what they're actually going to pay me because they haven't given me an actual offer yet. And it's like, I would rather make more doing something else or make equal doing literally anything else. I've worked childcare for 4 years. I worked as a nanny. I studied psychology and whatnot. And it's like, bro, I'm over it. I'm done. I don't want to work with children. It's rude to say, I don't like kids. I won't outright ruin their lives, but I do not like kids. Like toddlers, they're cool. They're funny. Their personality's like coming out. It's fun. Kids are gross. There's not very many full-time jobs around here. Dude! Oh my gosh, so fun fact on that topic. I have not punched a kid. For legal reasons, this is a joke. I was walking through a store and there was a kid, had a lollipop in his mouth. Literally just lollipop in his mouth. Yes, as a nail file, I always have nail files on my desk. He would not get out of my way. Frickin' body chuck that kid. Literally, me, this is the kid, this is the kid, this is me. Went straight through the kid. Shoved him aside. Because he was in my way. He had so many other places to be standing other than the literal walkway in this shop. This shop has a walkway and then has side pockets. Kid flies in the wall, hits the ground. No, but yeah, no, I literally like had to push him away. I didn't want to dirty my hands. I'd rather body chuck him with my hip than anything else. Send him flying. No, he dropped his lollipop though, and I laughed. I like chuckled. I didn't go and like just kept walking because like freaking loser. Who gets bumped and like and coughs a lollipop on the floor? Frick. And like no. It's like screw that. No. Dude, I have done that towards a child too. I've done that. I've done that at grocery stores. At some point, I'm gonna probably be freaking dyeing my hair again. I have to buy the stuff to do it though. And I'm probably gonna have Vivids. I want to be able to scare kids when I look at them. I want them to look at me and think, oh my gosh, that is poisonous. Or that is venomous. Your choice. I don't judge you which one you pick. I want to have like different colors. So I could look at kids and just go and like scare me more. Cause I look very normal right now. I'm very plain Jane looking in a sense. I want to scare kids. I don't scare them anymore. And it's really sad. Dude, and that's how it always goes. When it's your kid, they're better. When it's literally anyone else's kid, you're like, what the frick did they do? How did they create this? It's like, why? It always is. Played Deus Ex? No. I have not. What is that? Hey, Esto. Oh? The game Ellie. Oh! Oh, I actually do kind of see it though. I do low key. I'm gonna give you like the worst. Well, I wasn't. That's not the show though. Yeah, that's Ellie. That's like the worst picture I could possibly pick, but yeah. Not the show, yeah. Oh no, I know I don't look like the hi. I'm back here. Bro. Camera, what the frick? Hi. Hi, Luz. Thanks. I got a little lost. For some reason, I couldn't see you guys. That was so weird. My vision like blurred. Boost. X. Literally, that camera seriously got lost on that one. Yeah, there. All right, let's get that note. Dude, I have crashed so hard in work clothes before. I have a work shirt that's like too big. I learned recently it's so comfy to sleep in. I found that. But it's like, I don't know. I've done that. I also have, like, back when I worked in an office, I have like dress pants that literally, well, they're technically pajama pants that look like dress pants. They're so comfy to sleep in. It should be illegal. It should be illegal, but it's not. They're so comfy. I vote any clothes. You should be allowed to sleep in any clothes. Yeah, Cheshi agrees. Cheshmeister agrees. Isn't that right, baby? Are you less mad at me now? You're still a little mad at me, though. Cheshi's mad I manhandled him a little bit. So comfy, makes me want to throw a weighted blanket at a kid. How much upper body strength would you need for that? I'll have to definitely... Oops. My pen keeps dying. Yeah, 50-pound weighted blanket. Dang, that would be impressive. I have a 10-pound weighted blanket I can kind of throw at a child. However, I think I need to work on my upper body strength a little bit. My build is a little misleading. This is just because I don't drink enough water. There's no water weight for this. But yeah. Good question. Why is your Twitch logo blue? Dude, it was like my workout regimen is so like confusing, honestly. I'm just gonna say confusing, because like I'm not in bad shape. Legitimately, I'm not in bad shape. However, I don't work out. I used to work out. I can well, I shouldn't say squat. I used to leg press like 120 pounds. Can't lift for crap. My arms are the thing that's misleading. Like does not make any sense. Cause like I can lift maybe 40 pounds. Maybe 40, maybe 50 on a good day. Lift weights, get strong. Body children. Yes, that is how you take over the world. No, I decided that once I have my house, I have my renter, I drop 3 jobs, I will start going to the gym. Intimidate children. Dude, freaking body of venomous, become a venomous gorilla. That's the dream. Venomous gorilla, terrify children. Teach them why Harambe should have lived. It's been almost a decade. It's been almost a decade, and that's still a thing. A venomous gorilla, you know, be a gorilla, be a buff, but you know, venomous, bright colored, scare them. We're gonna daycare just to scare kids. That's the job offer I'm waiting for. Not to scare children, but they want me to be a teacher at a daycare. They want me to be a teacher. Isn't that terrifying? Like, I have a college degree and they want me to be a teacher at a daycare for small toddlers. They trust me with children. As the teacher, I'll be the head of the room. Teach a kid a I'm gonna teach you a lesson, old man. I like the young people. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be great. I say this all as a joke. I would never harm a child. I would never harm a child. Twitch streamer becomes teacher. Saying Minecraft, dude. Dude, honestly though, hey, MatPat joined the government. Anything can happen. MatPat can join the government. A Twitch streamer can be a teacher. I'll teach kids how to catch these hands. I'm kidding. I actually do. I am very delicate with kids. I do teach them good like life skills though. But dude. No, I would never. Frickin' I don't dislike children that much. Would I ever want to like harm a child? No, I would never want to harm a child. Do I ever want to like kidnap a child because it's so cute? No. Do I just want to let a child coexist and like figure out life? Sure. Will I keep it safe? Of course. It's a child. Do I outright like it? No. Is it gonna say something stupid? Am I gonna laugh? 100%. Is it gonna fall on its face and am I gonna laugh? I'm gonna laugh at a kid. If a kid face plants, I'm laughing. That's hilarious. A kid getting hurt's funny to me. Am I gonna hurt a kid? No. A kid falls down a slide. Like, you know the vine of the kid going down the slide, goes tonk, 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 tonk on his way down? That's hilarious. Is that kid okay? Probably not. No, they would no. Yeah, if you'd hurt a kid, you shouldn't be around kids. If you would, most people would never hurt a child. Kids are dumb. They aren't the smartest. Friggin' survival of the fittest and all that. But like, frick, I would never go out of my way to hurt a kid. I will laugh at it. Kids are dumb. Literally, it's like, frick, if a kid like does like trips, I'm laughing. I'm laughing here. It's like, no, it's like, it's funny. Kids being reckless is funny. But frick, I don't know. It's the daycare is 10-hour days, 4 days a week. Like, it'll be a lot. I don't know. It'll be halfway good money. Look at that. Took me 3 hours to finish a cup of coffee. Dude. Honestly though, and like the thing is like I'm gonna be in a special place after on stream during that because she wants to schedule me on my stream days. Which I mean, I was gonna figure out how stream would work with that anyways, because I get off at 5:30. So I'd have to push stream somehow. Dude, freaking I've done that. It's been like one of those like rubber balls like on a trampoline, like whoop. Was aiming for a torso, kid like was up in the air at the time, I hit him straight in the head. Yeah, if the kids are brats, then like I like mock the crap out of them. You know, I do that kind of crap at the kid. And then they try to go like, Auntie's being mean to me. Like, when somebody do something, Auntie's being really mean. Like, oh, Auntie's being mean. How about you try being a real person for once? And I'll do like crap like that to a kid. That's an actual prime example of something I've done. However, the same kid nailed me in the chest with a freaking frisbee and then full threw a beanbag at my chest. After that, winded the crap out of me, and I started mocking him after that. Every single time he gets feelings, I was like, look at me, I'm all important. Everyone should watch what you say to me because I'm so delicate. And he get all offended. It was funny. He was like 5. But it was my nephew. It was fine. Nephew, second cousin, something like that. I call him, okay, so my family's really broken. And my cousin's kids, we all call nieces and nephews. And that's not how it is. It's like a second cousin or something. But yeah, I make fun of those kids like a motherfucker. They handle it really well now. They're really funny. Actually, they serve back, and I love it. I love them serving back. They're funny. Like a kid told me, one of the kids grabbed me by the hand and said, hey, I have to put you in corner now. I'm like, I have to go in corner? He's like, yeah, go corner now. I'm like, okay, why do I have to go corner? He's like, you're bad for shyety. I'm like, I'm bad for shyety? What's shyety? He's like, you're bad for shyety, go to jail. I'm like, oh, jail? Where's jail? Corner, go to corner. Oh, I'm still going to corner. Corner, jail, you're bad, shyety, go jail. And literally just because I made fun of his brother a little bit. I was like, mother fricker. And now every single time he looks at me, he's like, bad for shyety. Can't say society, he says shyety. And I'm like, mother fricker. I'm like, you're bad for shyety. Same kid also one day, I'm gonna wrap up in like 15 minutes at this point. But same kid, during Christmas, we invited him to go sit at the fire pit with a bunch of adults. He's the only kid who was invited because he's really freaking funny and the things that come out of his mouth cheer us all up. So we invited him to go to the fire pit. And he said, sorry, mom said I can't go near fire. She said I'd trip, fall, and crack my head open in the fire. So I can't do that. Like, oh, okay. Do you want to go for a walk? He said, nope. Mom said I can't go for walks alone in the winter. She said I could trip, fall on ice and crack and bust my head open. We're like, oh, okay. And then we're like, okay, well, do you want to go play a game? He said, nope. Mama said, as his mom's standing behind him, by the way, and for this one, Mama said I can't go play a game. She said I would trip, fall, and crack my head open. And she literally looked at it, she's like, I've never said that a day in my life. I've told him to go do those things. And he like turned around, he's like, I'll trip, fall, and crack my head open. She's like, stop saying that. And then he just like, then he ran away. We don't know who said it to him, but it wasn't his mother. I proceeded to walk up to his grandmother. I'm like, do you know something about tripping, fall, and crack your head open? She's like, oh, were you talking about little Pete? She's like, yeah, he'll trip and fall and crack his head open. I'm like, how often do you watch him? She's like, I don't know, once every 2 months. I'm like, how often have you said that to him? She's like, never. I'll never say that to him. We don't know who said that to him. I'm like, I hope. I don't know if I want to know who. But yeah, whenever he doesn't want to do something now, he'll say, nope, I'll trip and fall and crack my head open. Literally, it was like, bro, are you okay? Are you okay, Pete? Like, buddy, are you peachy? Literally, though, it sounds like a thing his dad would do. Because his dad probably didn't want to do something and said it. Literally, I was like, it wasn't the mom. I was like, I could not, the dad wasn't at the event, so I was like, I couldn't have asked him. He was like, I knew mom was there and I knew grandma was there and that was it. I was like, I don't know who else is talking to this kid. Literally, I was like, I laughed. I was like, this kid legitimately just did not want to go outside or do anything. He just wanted to sit and color. And he's like, I'll trip, fall, and crack my head open. I'm like, dude, you're bad for shyety. Like, what the frick? Just say you didn't want to do it. Don't lie. Lying's bad for shyety. No, honestly though, I was like, I'd come up with some like super like outlandish excuse to not have to do something. You kidding me? Like, that's hilarious. I wish I thought about that line. And freaking people like, okay, sweetie, have fun. Like, what the fuck? Like, why? How? What? Why? Anywho, I'm holding you guys hostage, so I am gonna let you guys go in peace, and I'm gonna attempt to get some sleep before tomorrow. So I will see you guys hopefully on Monday. I will be streaming at 5:30 Central Time on Monday for once, not 7 p.m. this time. Unfortunately, I have no energy to keep hostages, so consider yourself free, and may that be your punishment, I guess. Sorry. I'll see you guys 5:30 p.m. Central Time for some Oblivion. We'll be screwing around with the Fighters Guild, maybe the Mages Guild, or the main quest. I don't know. Finishing the Fighters Guild and then something, but I will see. Perfect, you are. You are free to do as you please. Just do not do it in the name of Eriss if it is illegal. Thank you very much. But I'll see you guys on Monday with Oblivion. And until then, be good, behave, don't get in trouble, and or don't get caught. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.